The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Monday, November 3rd, Tearful Remy pleads with Deke. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers for Monday, November 3rd, reveal that Tearful Remy Christian Weissman will plead with Deke Sharp Christian Weissman while Deacon Sharp's Sean Kanan news excites Sheila Sharp Kimberlyn Brown. Now that Remy has arrived in the Forrester showroom, Electra Forrester Lania Grace realizes Deke's boyfriend is her former tormentor. B&B fans can expect Electra to put Remy on full blast and give Deke updates on all the stalker drama. Remy created deepfake pics and tried to make sure he was the only person Electra could turn to for support. Between the humiliation Electra endured and the scary moments she faced when Remy chased after her, she'll have quite the horror story to tell Deke. Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, and Will Spencer Crew Morrow will back Electra up, but Remy will swear that he's changed and plead for forgiveness. Deke will assure Electra and the others that he had no idea about any of this. Remy's actions will appall Deke, but he'll at least give Remy a chance to explain once they're alone in the design office. Deke will rip into Remy for his deranged actions, but Remy will reiterate that he's not the same person anymore. Remy will let the tears flow and try to convince Deacon that he'd never do something like that again. Since Deke fell for who Remy is now, he'll try to convince Deke not to judge him for his past. However, Deke may wonder if Remy has really moved beyond that schemer mentality, especially considering his connection to Luna Nozawa Lisa Yamada. If Deke finds out that Remy visited Luna in prison, that could make things even worse. Deke already warned Remy away from Luna, so Remy could have multiple offenses stacked against him on Monday's show. Over with Deacon, he'll attempt to ignore his feelings for Taylor Hayes' Rebecca Budig, though that won't be an easy task. Deacon will also tell Sheila about Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer's Scott Clifton wedding plans, so she'll react positively and want to be by his side at the ceremony. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Beth Spencer's Jordan Gracie desire to keep Sheila away from the nuptials could bring issues in the coming episodes, so stay tuned. CDL will have other terrific Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, updates and news, so drop by often for more B&B details. It's a still, heavy morning at the halls of Forrester Creations. The usually vibrant, glass and metal studio of high fashion has a hush that sets the tone for something very serious. Deke Sharp arrives early, carrying an espresso in one hand, his designer sketchpad in the other, but his face looks preoccupied. He knows this isn't just another day at work. He knows what he's allowed into his life, and what may now walk through those doors again. Across town, Remy Price stands outside the building, his sneakers scuffing the concrete. He glances at the glass facade, then at his phone, then back at the building. His pulse is racing. His mind keeps returning to what happened, what he did, and what he hopes to undo. He isn't sure he can. But he's coming anyway. He's coming to plead. Inside Forrester Creations, Deke is in the meeting room. He's about to lead a brainstorming session for Hope Logan's Hope for the Future line, yet the energy is muted, full of guarded glances and barely heard murmurs. Deke senses the tension. He's aware of the undercurrents, Remy's past, the damage done, the hurt in the lives around them. He knows that by simply being here, Remy is testing the waters, and testing Deke's willingness to stand by him. The door opens. Remy enters. The room falls quiet. Eyes turn. Some jaws go slack. A handful of coworkers exchange uncomfortable glances. Remy's gaze locks on Deke, who rises. There's an awkward moment of stillness. Remy's throat is dry. He takes a breath. Then, his voice cracks. Deke, please, I know you asked me not to come here. I know you warned me, but I couldn't stay away. His eyes flick toward the others, then back to Deke. I know what I did. I know the harm I caused. I know how much trust I broke. And I'd understand if you refused to even look at me. But, I'm asking you, give me one chance. One chance to show you I've changed. Deke's face is conflicted. He remembers the revelations, the stalking, the manipulation, the danger Remy posed to Electra Forrester. He also remembers the person he's grown to care about, the partner he's looked to in building something new. And now Remy is standing here, raw, exposed. Remy continues. Electra, Luna, they've been hurt. I've been hurt. But I believe there's a way forward. Not for me to erase what happened, because I can't. But for me to earn a clean slate. To be someone you can have in your life without fear. He pauses, voice trembling. Deke, I love you. More than I've ever admitted. And I hoped by coming here, by facing everyone, by facing you, I could show you how serious I am. In that room, the air shifts. Some of the younger designers glance away. Ivy Forrester's expression is guarded. Hope watches silently, sensing this isn't only about romance or redemption, it's about family, safety, trust. Deke's heart is pounding. He wants to believe Remy. He wants to trust. But the cost of being wrong looms large. Finally, Deke speaks. It's soft. Remy, I respect you for coming here. I respect you for acknowledging everything. But, trust isn't given. It's earned. And you know it. You know how much damage was done. I need to talk with Electra. I need to talk with Luna. I need to know you understand the scope of this. His eyes search Remy's. If you stay under terms. Full disclosure. No secrets. And if at any point I feel unsafe, I will end this. He stands. The meeting room seems too small, too full of ghosts. Remy nods, tears in his eyes. I understand. And I accept. Thank you. Thank you for allowing this, even if you're uncertain. I won't let you down. As Remy leaves the room, the others exhale collectively. Whispers ripple. Ivy touches Electra's arm, reassuring. Hope clears her throat. The meeting resumes, but the vibrancy has gone. Something has changed. Later, in a quieter corridor, Deke and Remy meet again. Deke hands Remy a cup of coffee. We'll take it day by day, Deke says. But you'll have to prove yourself. Remy's voice is steady. Yes. Day by day. What this episode lays bare is the duality of human nature, the weight of past sins and the fragile hope of redemption. Remy's plea isn't just about re-entering Deke's life, it's about restoring his own identity. He's asking to be seen not merely as the sum of his worst actions, but as someone who is ready to fight for penance and purpose. For Deke, the challenge is just as deep. He's putting love into motion. He's putting faith in someone who's hurt others he cares about. He's choosing to face the hurt, rather than avoid it. He's not blind to the risk, he's simply choosing to move forward. The moment is a crucible of what it means to love, not only in the easy times, but in the messy, uncertain, will this break us, times. Meanwhile, in the wings, the surrounding characters fear the ripple effects. Electra, already reeling from being exposed to Remy's past involvement with Luna and the dangerous history that preceded it. Luna, figuring out that the old aggressor has re-entered the sphere. It sets off alarm bells. For them, the stakes aren't theoretical, they're personal. The broader storyline hints at what's coming. Will the Forrester family allow Remy back into the fold? Will Deke's faith hold up under pressure? And as Remy stands at the threshold of redemption or relapse, he knows only one thing: he cannot afford to misstep. The episode closes with a view out of the Forrester Creations window onto the Los Angeles skyline. Night approaches. Remy exits the building, footsteps echoing in the glass corridor, his silhouette slender but determined. Deke watches him from the doorframe, lights in his eyes reflecting concern and hope in equal measure. The door closes softly. Silence. In the hush, there is possibility. Not guaranteed redemption, not certain trust. But possibility. Monday's episode promises a heart-wrenching, honest confrontation between past and future. It reminds us that forgiveness doesn't erase the past, it creates space for something new. And in the bold world of Forrester high fashion, that kind of transformation may be the most daring design of all.